Hello everybody, hello Marshall Track and Field Team. It's AJ again. I don't know if you remember me since, well, most of you probably don't. I was a guy who once existed at Marshall. But I'm making another video for you guys to watch, and I guess this will be another video on one of the most wonderful, one of the biggest successes into life, and one of the hardest things to probably be a master of, and that is mental preparation. But before we start that, I'm going to say how well the season is going. I've seen your times, everyone's doing great, and I guess I'll get straight to the drama. Somebody who I kind of, maybe just a little bit, made fun of, got kicked off the team. Yeah. I don't know what to say about that, because, you know, I never thought that would happen. That's really interesting. Very interesting. But anyway, I don't see, there's nothing, I don't even want to comment on it. I just want to mention it. Like, I know it. Because it's like, I don't know what to say. It's like, well, yeah. I don't know if Natasha watches these videos. But, I mean, you didn't run for a long time. Okay, so mental preparation. Mental preparation is a very long process, or it takes time. But this is a full warning that no matter how well you mentally prepare yourself, you need to do the physical work as well. Because even if you're not in shape, you can't will yourself to do what your body is incapable of, if that makes sense. Only when your body is at its highest fitness, is at its peak level, can you again use your mental preparedness to take yourself beyond that level. Anything else really doesn't work. So you need a combination of both. But what a lot of people don't realize is they don't realize how to fully prepare yourself. Now you see the ancient Chinese men, they meditate. They go like this, you know, they meditate. They say, oh God, I'm very bad moving my hands out of the camera here. And they meditate, and you know, they think to themselves. And a lot of stuff is about that. It's about just thinking. And when you guys race or run, just think very clear thoughts. Think, you always want to talk to the first person, I am the best, I am the champion. You want to say something assertive. You want to talk like it's already been done. That's what people who are mentally prepared do. And trust me, I'm going to try to actually say some actual, like, stuff about mental preparedness, not like the usual crap that everyone says, but I'll try to do my best here. I've been reading a book about it. I'm going to see how much I can talk about it without actually looking at the book. And you want to tell yourself it. You want your body to know that it's a champion. So when it comes to it, it can react like a champion, if that makes sense. I think it does. And you just want to tell yourself, and if you train your body to be a champion, your mind to be a champion, your body will follow. And you can do this by just every day, just sitting down for 10 minutes, just meditating yourself, really just closing your eyes, just thinking very good things. I will ace this test. It works at anything in life. Just, I will be the king. I don't know, I will get an A, I will get a girlfriend. I don't know, social stuff really works. I haven't tried it, but just, I will get an A, and just visualize it, and then just study, and just keep on thinking about how you're going to do well, how you're going to do awesome, and never think about the negatives. Negatives, it's so stupid to think about the negatives. And be that guy and just meditate. Also, another thing I've learned, this is some actual thing you can do, is when you run, try to take a few breaths through your nose. Like, breathe in and breathe in throughout your nose. Because when you breathe in through your nose, it's more efficient. And don't try to do this all of a sudden, because trust me, you probably won't be able to do it all of a sudden. You have to work up to it. But it's more efficient, and you actually invigorate your whole body when you do your nose. Air goes throughout your whole body. I don't know exactly how it works anatomy-wise, but it just does in the body. And if you try it, you really do feel better. It's amazing. I did not know that. Like, now I try to run for, like, I don't know, 10 minutes straight just through my nose, and it's very interesting. You, like, feel more awakened. Try to do it, like, even in the morning if you're drowsy for school. I knew Marshall. I was so drowsy all the time. Like, I was in that hellhole classes of all time, and gosh, I just breathe through your nose, see if you wake up a little bit. It's better than, like, I don't know, having coffee or an energy shot, because that just kills you later. And with your nose, and, like, just think, like, you have to think like freaking Confucius or Gandhi. Confucius was a great thinker in China, I believe. And Gandhi was a great thinker in India. I hope I'm right about this. May look a retard if I don't know my classic thinkers. I'm quoting them. Well, Gandhi wasn't a thinker, he was a doer. Confucius was a thinker. Anyway, so that's, you want to just envision things like, try to envision you like floating, just sitting there, just floating, just enjoying the run, and just be in like paradise. Like, you almost imagine yourself like on a high, like you. I know none of you guys do drugs or anything, but just, I don't do drugs either, but just, you're high, you're just so happy. Just so happy. Like the Kenyans, one time this Kenyan, he won a marathon, and they asked him why he was smiling the whole race, and they said because he was hurting, and they knew because he was hurting he was doing well, and that made him happy, and he just smiled the whole race as he won. And that is one of the best things you can do, is just smile. And he just imagined himself floating and whisking away the ground and getting closer and closer to his destination, because the journey is much better than the destination. And really, in running, you don't want to get too antsed up with, breaking 15 minutes or making it to states. You just want to float. And you need and just when you get into that mode, you're just unstoppable. You just don't think about it, you just go. You're just in the zone. That's how you really get in the zone, is you're just floating there. You just never think about the pace, because you're just going the pace. You're just going like basically what your body goes to. And then like if you're just like, I got to go a little bit faster, your body will go with you, because you're just so mentally prepared. You're the champion. You don't have to kill yourself. And that's the beauty about being mentally prepared, just telling yourself, I'm the best, I'm the greatest. And really, it does help a lot to do meditate. If I become a coach, I'm going to make my team do that every day. Just meditate for 5 minutes. Just think to yourself, you're the best, you're good, you're great, you can be that champion, you can complete that goal, you can get that 5-minute mile, you can make it to states, you can make it to regionals, you can do what you want to do, you can make it to varsity. Just do it. You can be that guy. Everyone can. You just have to envision it. Like Billy Mills, he was the last guy to win the 10K in the Olympics as an American. The only American to win 10K, the last one. And ever since then, the Africans have dominated for like the last 50 years. He won in like the 68 Olympics, I want to say. And he said every day for 2 years, he would envision him kicking past the entire field for the last 200 meters of a 25-lap race. And if you can still watch the video on YouTube, and even he was going against Ron Clark, I believe, who was the world record holder for 10K. And even in the last 200 meters, it's inspiring. He kicked past him and this other guy for the gold, and is one of the best races ever. But he said that he just envisioned that every day, him doing that kick, him going like that, him just striding along until that moment, until it all clicked, until he had to gun them down. And see, that's what's beautiful about visualization, is if you're meant to be prepared, your body will just follow. And many people don't realize, many people doubt this crap. Like many people think, I just got to train harder. But you have to have, your soul is more than your body. Like you got to be, everything you take, when you think about that stuff, when you ants up, when you tense up because you're stressed, you waste more energy. That's even more simple. Like, have you ever tried? I want you to try lifting weights and then really God damn it, stressing it, like tensing up. It's really hard. After that, you feel really tired after doing that, because just tensing up, you make more energy. When you glide, like just think of yourself gliding up that hill, instead of trying to like rage against it. Just glide up it, just crawl over it, just smoothly, just crawl over it, like with your legs. And it just becomes so easy when you think of it so easily, because your body will make it easier, and you won't tense up, and you just be like, dang man, and you just be in the zone. And that's what it takes to run. You're running 3 miles, you just need to be in control. Something before you know it, you just ran the first 2 miles a minute faster than you ever have, and you got a mile left, and you're all smiles, and you're just gunning down people. You just need to achieve that kind of fitness, that kind of peace with yourself, regardless of the outcome. You just have to Jean Brunei Samuelson, who was the first woman to win the women's Olympic marathon. They didn't allow that till the 70s. She ran 4 marathons that year, each of them getting slower. So she ran 2:25, then 2:27, and then 2:30, and then 2:37. And they progressively got slower. And most people would say this was a bad thing. And then she got injured. Well, you can watch the video on YouTube. at the beginning of the marathon, it was very unpredictable, but she launched out. She, like, from the first mile, she, like, went away from the pack, and nobody went with her, and nobody came closer. No one caught her. She set, like, the Olympic record, and that was one of the best. Like, I watch that sometimes before I race because that was just so clutch that she did that. She was just so ready to run, even though she had all those bad performances, because she had envisioned that Olympic performance. She had envisioned herself. She was mentally prepared, even though she just been doing worse and worse and worse. And she ran faster than those previous marathons altogether, by the way. It's a great story. And so, running is like that. Running is just finding peace within yourself. I guess that's why I run. It's just, you just cross. Like, that's why that old 50-year-old guys run, is because they're peaceful, they're happy, they're mentally ready. And that's what life does. You have to be mentally ready for everything, for your parents to die, for everything. And that's probably the greatest lesson running can teach you. You've hot peaks and valleys, and you've got to be able to deal with it. And that's why you got to be mentally prepared. Like, I know you have bad workouts, you have good workouts, but you got to go. You got to just think to yourself every day, I'm the man. You got to tell yourself, and you can't have doubt. That's the one thing, is like, people doubt themselves. People say, I'm not going to do good on this test because they didn't prepare. But you can't leave it up to chance. You got to tell yourself, I can do this. I can be that guy. And that's what's pretty hard in life, is that life does get hard. You're not doing it right if it doesn't get hard. If you never think that it's not possible, but you got to be just ready. You got to smile. You got to know that it's there, that you can be that guy. You can fucking do it. You can be the man. And if you believe in yourself, that's when your heart comes out. That's when the champions come out. That's when they know that, just if you tell yourself you're the greatest there ever was, and you do everything you can to be the greatest ever was, I can almost guarantee you will be the greatest ever was. 'Cause if you really do believe. And I know that's all crap. Like, if you really try your hardest, you do your best, but that can't happen. It happens every day on Disney Channel. Just kidding. But, I miss the team, guys. I hope you're all having fun. I don't know. I'm coming back to BT. I'm coming back to Marshall on Thursday. Falls Church. So maybe I'll stop by for practice. I don't think you guys have a meet, but I don't know if I really want to spend all that time going to the meet. No offense. Maybe if you guys have Friday practice, I'll come to that. But yeah, guys, I hope you. I also realize the time you have as a team, because I didn't like high school. I didn't like the classes that much, but I loved the team so much. And you guys got to realize what you got there, because everyone there is great. Everyone does cross country is great. It's not like any other sport where half the team's douchebags or anything like that. It's from the heart, and I would never give up a day of practice to do anything else, because that was it. I wouldn't do anything else. If I had to make up a test, I would do it any other time besides practice, because I never wanted to miss practice. I don't think I rarely missed any practices in the 3 years I did track, and I did all 3 seasons. But yeah, enjoy it, mentally visualize it. Just think to yourself, you can do it. Just visualize. Pre-visualize, try to breathe through your nose. Try that. Just try it a few times. See if I'm wrong. See if you like it or not. I don't know. It seemed to work with me. It seemed to be really good. It seemed to, I don't know. It really felt like you awakened, like you're all 5 of your senses. And just imagine yourself. Just imagine yourself flowing. Just imagine yourself like your legs are covered in concrete, and you just break, and you're just breaking it. You're so strong with your legs. And just imagine like fantasy wheel stuff, and soon you'll just be booking it, 3-minute mile pace. It happens, trust me. When those guys run marathons, they're in the zone. They're so mental. When people in that Olympic final, and when you have that big final, when you have that big race, you got to smile. You got to be ready. Those people, they're relaxed, man. They're ready to go, man. They got to run a marathon. They got to run 26.2 miles for a gold medal. They're ready to go, man. They're happy. They're like, dang, man, it's all good. I've spent 10 years. I'm about to have some fun. That's the guys who win it. That's the people who win. The people, and when they summit, they know what they have to do. As Coach says, they know what they have to do. And when it gets down and dirty, they just visualize themselves winning, and usually whoever has the strongest vision right there wins it. You know, I make it sound simple and, you know, sound like Disney crap, but I really can't iterate this a month. That's what happens every day. That's why people win. That's why people lose. It's because really just mentally prepared. The more prepared. That's the Boy Scout motto. Be prepared.